Huh? You can click on the bricks? How did somebody even figure out the keypad? Generic Control the Duck Goose. We're back with another Five Nights at Freddy's game theory video. Today we have Game Theory Five Nights at Freddy's Mystery Solved Part 1, where it says all questions answered, which I don't really understand that because there's definitely so many more questions than there's going to be answered that we still don't know about Five Nights at Freddy, actually. And these videos are outdated, I do know that, but you all have been so supportive, and you all have been showing so much support for these videos, and all in the comments. I read every single comment, leave some down below. I reply to a lot of them, so you know I do that. I'm also going to be live streaming at 5 p.m. today, playing some Pokemon Platinum Nuzlocke. I'm trying to complete my very first Nuzlocke. I've yet to complete a Nuzlocke. It's my second attempt. I got wiped after my second gym badge, so I'm in uncharted territory. It's Platinum. It's fun. Having a great time. I'm always reading chat. But I have only played the first Five Nights at Freddy's game. There's 2 videos on my channel. I'll be playing them. If you don't check those out. I don't like scary games. They really get to me, and it's a genuine reaction always because you saw the jump scare in the last one. Hopefully there's no jump scares in this one though. Shout out to the patrons, by the way. They get the videos day early. Love to not have a paywall on the channel. I couldn't do this without them, and I'm here to make you smile, not make you pay. So that's why I'm completely against paywalls, unlike other reaction channels and stuff like that. So, and I read every single comment, unlike other YouTubers as well. So I'm excited to jump into this. I'm a little scared as well, but I look forward to reading your comments, and hopefully I can make your day just a tiny little better. But let's go ahead and jump on into it. Alright. Oh lord, he will come back. And I have more ammo. He always does. So is this him, you know, losing his mind? Also, does he always have the popped up collar? As Kirby Snapchats me. Okay. Don't hit me with a jump scare.
It's time.
Time for what? Also, yeah, people were like, everybody was talking about how like the phone guy and being the purple dude. I was like, no, I don't believe that at all because that would be so kind of like short, you know, like the whole thing would just kind of be like contained, like there wouldn't be like any other mysteries, you know.
Hello, Internet.
So that's why I was like, there's no way purple guy is phone
good
guy.
Things, or at least FNAF things, come to
FNAF?
Do
people actually say FNAF?
When it comes to this game series,
oh god, jump scares.
No one was waiting for anything. I mean, the second game came out 3 months after the first. The trailer for the third was 2 months later, and like 4 minutes after that, the game was available to download. So forgive me if I was caught with my pants down on that one. I just wasn't prepared for it. But even more impressive than that abbreviated timeline,
are they that easy to make?
Your ability to rip that final game apart. Hours after
I don't really know anything about the third.
Good versus bad endings, 8-bit Atari cake.
Wait, what?
Through walls,
there's different endings?
Punching a flipping code into cement bricks arranged like a telephone dial pad. In regards
you can click on the bricks?
I have 2 things to say. First off, well done to you guys for figuring it out so quickly. And secondly,
figuring what out?
Scott, seriously. Seriously, Scott? Oh, look, here's a wall. Let me just dial in my phone number.
Yeah.
Beep, boop, beep, boop, boop. What?
That's
when
funny.
Did we jump from a point-and-click horror game to magical fantasy? This thing is like
I've never played Magic the Gathering.
I expect Harry F. Potter to apparate into Pirate's Cove or something. Jeez. Here I was thinking that you'd plug your numbers into, the one other place that you see numbers in this game.
Yeah.
The bonus jump scare menu. Or something.
There's
anything.
A jump scare menu?
Nope, dialing it into a wall makes
no.
so much more sense. Okay.
That's
sorry,
actually cool.
Just needed to get that one off my chest. Moving on. Now, with 15 days at Freddys under our belts and a few overtime hours clocked in for good measure, we have ourselves a completed video game
also
trilogy
stream Pokemon Platinum,
game
my Nuzlocke
more
today.
Jump scares, more phone
hi.
and more
Mute call.
But this game also contains the final clues we need to get some closure on this game's deviously vague story. Scotty C certainly didn't make things any easier for us, but at this point I think we finally have enough.
How did somebody even figure out the keypad? Like, how do you even accidentally do that?
Picture of this franchise's lore. Since you guys had a, let's just say, above average interest in this theory, I wanted to create something
Just a little bit.
Okay,
yeah.
Questions
how many views does this have?
About
Jesus
this
Christ!
franchise.
Oh my god!
details, the question we all want an answer to is, what exactly happened in the story throughout this series? It's a pretty fundamental question to
Also,
not
apparently
have an
there was like
answer
2
to. And yet,
prequels
despite
for the first game.
thousands of videos, forum entries, and Tumblr posts. Whoa,
Oh,
whoa,
Lord.
hey, put that away. You behave yourself. This game is
Was that
already
was-
scary enough without you sticking your hook somewhere it doesn't belong, okay?
That was
Despite
where
all those
that was when
things,
Tumblr
we
was
still
good.
don't have a clear picture on the details. Yes, there's a child killer on the loose, the infamous purple guy, who's been using Fazbear
fine. It's
pizzerias as his
fine.
hunting ground of choice for
Fine.
years. But going
It's
into the
fine.
third game, we still weren't sure about who this guy was or even how many victims he'd officially taken. Then there are the animatronics.
Good question,
Sure,
actually.
we generally
Oh,
understand
hello.
that the killer's dead bodies have been stuffed into some of the suits, and that with the help of the puppet, the kids were able to find
Wait,
new
did
life
that one
in
just-
those robotic bodies. But then, what about Shadow
Was it-
Bonnie and Shadow Freddy, who
Shadows?
randomly appeared in FNAF 2, only to become
Why are they
prominent
shadows?
figures throughout Part 3? How do they fit in? What about the ghostly Golden Freddy? Someone we've been
Also, I
talking
think
about
this is the
since
one that's-
first game, and yet
that the
we
creator of the
still
game
don't
commented
really
on
know
and said
anything
he
about
almost
him.
got
Well, now that
almost
we
it all
finally
right.
have all the facts, I think it's time we revisit my timeline I presented in the last episode to see what
Is this
I got
also-
right, what I got wrong. Yes, you heard that. Wrong. No shame. I'm a big boy. Mommy, wow, I'm a big kid now. And finally fill in the missing details to create
Okay,
what
yeah, he's
I
definitely
believe
losing his
to
mind.
be my definitive Five Nights theory. And boy, howdy, it is a doozy. So strap in, theorists.
And
You
this is the
wanted
one
it,
that-
you're about
why
to
is there
get it.
a
Overall,
Volkswagen
the timeline
Beetle
of the
just-
franchise I presented in the last video still holds strong. Decades before the name became a
Okay.
horror legend meriting its own
What does that
theme park
that
style
sound effect from?
attraction, Freddy Fazbear got his start at Fredbear Family Diner. It's here where our
Gravity
story
Falls.
begins as Purple
We
Guy
have
takes
food.
his first victim. Something we see
Yoink.
in the Take Cake minigame
Outside.
from Five Nights at
The
Freddy's
kid that
2.
didn't get invited to the
What
birthday
tells us
party
that
or
this is
something.
Fredbear's and first in the timeline? Well, as I said last time, in
There's a
addition to it
Freddy.
being a small space, the only character we see is Freddy, whereas all other minigames feature
Have-
multiple animatronics. He's
Okay.
also holding a cupcake. Since that would later become Chica's signature item, the event
Is
depicted in
it?
this game must have come before she was
Why is there
created.
no nose?
Additionally, notice that the purple guy's murder takes place outside the building. This is the only time we see him murder someone outside the walls of a Fazbear building, which implies that this
Oh.
is likely his first victim. Serial killers often have what's known as a signature, a way of killing that's unique
Oh,
to
well,
him
okay,
and
yeah.
him alone. For Purple Guy,
Is that the
his
Zodiac
signature
killer?
is dressing in an animatronic costume, then luring children to the back of the pizzeria and killing them there. But this murder occurs
Really?
before he developed this particular style.
So that was
implying
just
that it's
one
the
kid.
first.
Why- what
From
made him
there,
snap?
We know that the puppet jump scare that always follows this minigame, combined with the tier design on both the dead child
I don't
and the
like scary
puppet's
games.
mask, implies that the soul of the first child now exists in the puppet. The event caused the original owners to sell the Fredbear name, who then
Sell?
rebranded
Burn
and
it.
avoided the negative PR, becoming what we know today as Fazbear Entertainment. They then opened a new chain of restaurants, which we never saw in the games until the release of Five Nights 3.
So what was in the third?
Is not Fredbear Diner like many interpret, but
No.
rather the first location of Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, predating
What?
the events of Five Nights at Freddy's 2. How do we know?
Yeah,
by paying
which
close
is a prequel
attention
to the
the
first
old
one.
recordings of Phone Guy dug up in FNAF 3,
Phone Guy.
he introduces
It was
us
actually
to Freddy
Scott.
Fazbear's Pizza, not Diner, before explaining the functionality of the special spring lock suits.
Springlock.
Welcome to your new career as a performer / entertainer for Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. Right now we have two specially designed suits that double as both animatronic and suit.
He also lets us know
Animatronic
that
and
animatronics
suit?
are
That's
still
terrible
allowed
design.
To walk around freely during the day, meaning that this is happening before the bite of 87, in which an animatronic
bite of
bites someone
87.
during business hours, removing their frontal lobe and resulting in the animatronics being restricted to moving around only at night.
For ease of operation,
Oh.
the animatronics are set to turn and walk towards sound cues.
As Phone Guy informs
Oh,
us,
this is the
and
one where
as
you
we
gotta
see
have,
in
like, the
Stage
crying
01
child,
minigame,
and
there
it's
are
a
two
distraction.
specialty suits,
I think I
a
learned that
golden
from
body
SMG4.
suit and the origins of the infamous Golden Freddy. But the lifespan of these springlock suits is actually short-lived, as we learn about their one fatal flaw.
After learning
What?
of an unfortunate incident at the sister location involving multiple and simultaneous spring lock failures, the company has deemed this
Did that kill the person?
temporarily unfit for employees. The classic suits are being retired, to an appropriate location.
Now, let's pause here.
To an
Two
appropriate
employees
location?
Are killed by the failure of a
Two.
Bonnie suit and a Freddy suit. Where else in the game do we see Bonnie and Freddy sharing a unique feature that no one else in the game possesses? Shadow Freddy and Shadow Bonnie. Could this be the origin of the paranormal Shadow suit?
I don't think he just did that by
actually,
chance.
Shadow Freddy and Shadow Bonnie are tied to the ghosts of the employees who died,
from the
spring suits. Get this, the employees' bodies were taken out of the suits, which is why their appearance is more paranormal and why they can't possess them as well as the children can. Plus, having this as their origin would explain the in-game behavior of both suits. In FNAF 3, we see that purple guy hides in a secret safe room that has been built into every pizzeria. A room that's hidden to customers and invisible to the animatronics programming. During the minigames that occur between nights, we see Shadow Freddy lead the other animatronics to this secret room, only to cause them to glitch out and then get torn apart by Purple Guy. This supernatural origin story is how Shadow Freddy is able to enter the safe room when other animatronics can't. How he's able to lead you to that room in the
Shadow
first
Freddy
place
kill you?
when other animatronics wouldn't be able to see it based on their programming, and even why he leads you there, knowing that Purple Guy attacking you will eventually free your soul. That's also why there's no Purple Freddy suit when you do finally enter that room.
Oh, look
it's
at the children.
Not an
The children are
Purple
chasing
Guy
him.
costume like many believe. It's an apparition. Suck on that, Harry Potter. I knew someone would apparate eventually. It also explains why Shadow Bonnie's minigame in FNAF 3 always starts on stage 01, the spring suits, and why it's the one animatronic we control that has the ghostly ability to glitch, fly, and teleport. As we conclude the last episode, this is also the point in the timeline of the first missing children's incident, the one we learn about via newspaper clippings in
So the third game
1.
is actually a sequel to the first game.
Clipping evidence we know that the mauve murderer dressed in one of the suits lured children to a back room and killed them. He's starting to develop his signature, but one nagging detail FNAF theorists have been wondering is what suit does he use for his disguise? The answer? Golden Bonnie. Why? Well, remember the phone guy saying the faulty suits were being retired to an appropriate location. There's a high likelihood they're being stored in one of the safe rooms of the restaurants. Plus, we hear in FNAF 2 that the purple guy has a habit of using a yellow suit.
We had a spare in the back, a yellow one. Someone used it.
But why not Golden Freddy?
Someone used
Phone
it?
Guy tells us so at the beginning of Night 5 in FNAF 3.
Management has also been made aware that the Spring Bonnie animatronic has been noticeably moved.
My, what an oddly specific detail.
Noticeably moved?
And remember, these tapes that play in FNAF 3 date
Are there
all
any
the
red
way back
herrings,
to
though?
the first pizzeria location, which is why this detail is so important. It reflects Purple Guy starting to develop his signature killing pattern. From there, we know the rest of the story. Purple Guy kills the kids, stuffs the bodies into the suits to hide them, but as we read the paper, is caught on camera and arrested. Meanwhile, the puppet gives life to the children, and the angry spirits possess the robots. Or is that really how it goes? Let's go back to the Give Gifts, Give Life minigame. The children are lying there dead, and the puppet first tries to give them presents. Weird, right? Weird until you consider that his place is at the prize corner. Giving presents is the only thing he knows that can make children happy. It's a reflex. Remember, this is still
he's trying
a
to cheer up the
child
children.
spirit in this puppet. But when that doesn't work, the puppet goes around one more time and does the only other thing it can think of. Put the bodies into
Get
the
revenge.
suits. You heard that right. In trying to save the children, he's the one hiding them in the animatronic suits. Not the killer like we've been assuming. But then what about the fifth child?
So why did the
as
killer
there's
not
only
even
4
try to
here?
hide them?
Well, as we pointed out last time, the fifth child is there too, appearing at the very end of the minigame and taking the role of Golden Freddy. But remember, Golden Freddy is a decommissioned spring-lock suit at this point, deemed too unsafe to be functional. The reason he's slumped over and can't move like the rest is that his endoskeleton has been taken out. He's in suit mode, not free roaming mode. He physically doesn't have the mechanisms in place to stand up and move. Possessed or no, a dead child's spirit just can't give a boneless suit the ability to stand. This
just sitting there
the
watching.
lone naked endoskeleton that appears occasionally in both Five Nights 2 and Five Nights 1. An endoskeleton that once belonged to Golden Freddy. Whew.
That is terrifying.
I know I made you wait for this one, so I knew I had to make it count. Heck, if there ain't a lot to cover. Still with me?
There is.
Good, because we're ready for our next location. You You see, since the puppet hid the bodies, no one knows they're in the suits until they start oozing and smelling, which, as we see in the papers, eventually gets the place shut down for health violations. The company tries to recover from, quote, the tragedy that took place there many years ago, but can't, and eventually is forced to shut its doors for good. This leads to the trailer for Five Nights at Freddy's 2.
The trailer?
Finally, we're actually going to talk about a game in the series. Seriously, can you believe we've been going this whole time on locations that aren't even settings for the 3 main games?
Oh, okay, yeah.
That is why this lore is so challenging, but also so interesting. Anyway, forgotten, dismantled, deactivated. These are the words you see at the beginning of the trailer. Back when the debate about whether this game was a sequel or a prequel to the first game, these words made it seem like a follow-up, that everything had been shut down since the first game, but it wasn't. These words are a reference to the business being closed down after that first missing children's incident. That's why posters everywhere in Five Nights 2 are all about the brand new Fazbear Pizza. It's the grand reopening after years of being out of business. That's also why the new animatronics have built-in facial recognition software to a criminal database. They need to be careful to prevent another incident, but as we know, it doesn't work. As we see in the Save Them minigame, 5 more children get killed in this new location.
By who?
We know it's the new location
was the purple guy?
because the minigame map's layout perfectly matches this new Fazbear business. We also know it couldn't have happened earlier in the timeline, as both the old animatronics and new toy robots are presented in the game. But this time, the puppet's solution isn't saving the kids, it's stopping the killer. He enlists the help of Freddy to try and SAVETHEM, leading the bear to the killer's location.
But wasn't the whole thing like can't save them or something?
The guy came prepared, equipped with not a phone, but rather something to help him tamper with the animatronics.
A lightsaber?
He knows that something fishy is going on with these robots, because he's been watching, studying. The puppet
I don't like that they're all
Freddy
looking at
to
me.
save them, to which
And I have
the killer's
guns, and I
answer
still don't
is
like that.
only this: you can't. So how did the purple guy manage it when he had been caught years before? What about the bite of 87? How do FNAF 1 and 3 fit in? And most importantly of all, who is the purple guy?
Maybe we don't know who the purple guy is.
Next week. Don't worry, I'll come back. I always do. In the meantime, it's
severely
all
less scary.
just a theory. A
Spring is here.
Theory.
This is uploaded April 26th.
Make sure you don't miss part 2 by clicking subscribe.
I'm glad I wasn't.
Honestly, you still
I was
might
distracted
miss it.
there
The subscribe button is
because
really
that
just
was
a
almost
blur.
bad. My heart stopped for a second.
Best you're gonna get, so might as well do it. And
definitely
while you're at
subscribe to
it,
the channel as well.
I
appreciate it. I really
for
would.
some
I'm also
free food
streaming.
Delivered straight to your door, courtesy of NatureBox. Honestly, I love this service. NatureBox.
They definitely got their money's
snacks
worth.
straight
19
to your door.
million
It's like having a year-long
views?
Santa Claus giving you tasty presents, or like
That's
those
a
care
really
packages your
bulbous
parents send you when you're
Santa
away
Claus.
at school. It's awesome, and it's free.
That
if you go to
was-
naturebox.com/mattpat.
Also, thank you so much for the support you're showing these videos. Like, seriously, thank you so much.
I
had no idea the lore was this deep, and I think some of this is outdated, or maybe.
Here they are, so you know it's something I'm using myself. Anyway, it's free food that doesn't require you to leave your couch or break your game theory marathon. Sounds like a win-win to me. So
I'm
check
sponsored
out
by Vitamin Water. I was drinking it for years
naturebox.com/mattpat
before they even sponsored me.
and start snacking.
Oh man, okay. So that was all the questions answered. Of course, it wasn't all the questions, and I think this is the one that he like almost got everything right. He said almost. Scott himself. Has MatPat like actually like sat down and talked with Scott, like the creator of Five Nights at Freddy's? Like, has that actually happened? Like, has he actually like personally talked with him? Because like there could be a crazy partnership between the two of them, or maybe Scott could give him some like little hints and stuff like that, and which would like absolutely send Five Nights at Freddy's like be really good. It'd be beneficial for both of them, you know. But I'm sure MatPat figures out a lot of stuff himself. This game really made him go insane. You can tell by the intros, but there's 59 videos in this playlist, and I know that I should skip this one because it's a live stream and it's 2 hours long. And I think there's also one that's talking about Scott. It's like we need to talk about it or something. And I think that one I should also skip. I read every single one of your comments and reply to a lot of them as well. So thank you so much for watching this video. Shout out to the patrons. They get the videos a day early. Allow me to not have a paywall channel. $3 a month gets you all my reaction videos a day early. And this week I'm going to do 16 reaction videos. So $3 a month, 16 videos a week. Usually it's like 15 videos a week. So I'm trying to do it. try to do this as best as I can. But I really hope you enjoyed this video. I hope to see you back for the next one. But until then, take care and cue the music.
We were playing